How important is Jaxon Smith-Njigba to what they do? I mean, that's a guy that had a boatload of receptions and was the offensive player of the year, rightfully so.
Well, you know what it does. What a receiver like that does. He's a slot. He can do it all. He can play in the slot, play outside, runs the entire route tree from everywhere. When you have a true number one receiver, it gets you out of jail free. And there's sometimes in football we overanalyze, we over scheme, we do things. You win with players, and JSN is just a really good football player. And it allows you to, first of all, as an offensive coordinator, they're going to do everything in their power to stop JSN. That leaves a lot of other things open because if you don't do that, he'll kill you. But in this game, you saw when they were covering him, then who's covering the tight ends? How many people do you have in the box to stop the runs? That elite receiver kind of dictates what a defense is going to do because they have to double him. They have to make sure they don't get caught with a safety on him if he's in the slot. They got to make sure that they have two safeties over the top, which means you can run the ball against a six-man box. So that elite receiver, a guy who is going to, if you leave him in one-on-one, is going to win most of the time. That dictates what a defensive coordinator has to do, and the offensive coordinators, we know that, and we can adjust accordingly. So it's crucial to have a prime-time receiver.
Yeah, and again, it's the equivalent to having Myles Garrett on the offensive side of the ball. People are sitting there going, we can't let this guy beat us. And as good as Judkins and Fannin are, they're not that guy. And I don't know that a tight end or a running back would be that guy in today's NFL.
Well, I agree. And the cool thing about that is that if you can get a number one guy, those two and Jerry Jeudy, now their stock rises because now Jerry Jeudy doesn't get double covered. Now Fannin's got backers and tight ends. Now the box is lighter for Judkins. So all those things you're saying are absolutely true. And if you can get a number one receiver, now your number two receiver becomes the one-on-one guy. Jerry's pretty good at that, and he'll be motivated. Judkins with a light box has shown the ability to run real hard and downhill. Then all of a sudden, if you have an alpha receiver, you're not wasting resources, secondary guys on tight ends. Then all of a sudden, Fannin's against a linebacker and a tight end, and that's a real mismatch in favor of the Browns. So yeah, all those things you're saying all come to fruition if you have a prime time receiver, and that's what the Browns got to go get.
And Todd Monken is a guy that looks for those matchups and mismatches. We refer to it. We've been talking about it. Players over plays.
Yeah, the touch guys, the guys in space, right? So I think they need a guy outside who can go get it. I still think Tillman has a ton of ability, but just hasn't done it yet. Maybe a new voice will help him. Then they need some slot guys, some guys who can get some easy yards on RPOs and bubble screens and quick screens and things like that, so they can't load the box. But yeah, they need some guys. They need some electric playmakers. Obviously, for me, it starts inside with the offensive line. That's got to improve. But with the improved run game, if you can get some offensive linemen, all of a sudden you start getting receivers more open because the the defense has to play true. They got to play both run and pass. The Browns have been so inept that it's really easy to kind of scheme them up. So I look forward to the Browns getting better on that side of the ball. And like you said, if everybody loves Schwartz, which you rightfully so, one of the things he did was create matchups. Monken is a version of that on offense, where he's going to take his best guys and he's going to find matchups. And if you have that true number one receiver, the matchup might be Fannin, might be Jerry Jeudy, knowing that the prime receiver is going to get all the attention.